Tired of hearing trash, put that ish on blast. You got what it takes, put that ish on blast. It's fame on the way, put that ish on blast. Make that change today, put that ish on blast. Tired of hearing trash, put that ish on blast. You got what it takes, put that ish on blast. Fame on the way, put that ish on blast. Make that change today, put that ish on blast. Blast. Blast.
Yes, indeed. Once again, it's another wonderful Wednesday night right here on Blast. How's everybody doing?
Where the heck am I?
You're on Blast for laughs.
You've been commandeered for the on blast, so we got you in here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping in and checking out your boys tonight. I got DJ Gooch, and we got our special guest, special host, I should say, D-Ray, the producer, in the building. Thank you for being here, my guy. What's going on, Gooch? Talk to me. What's happening?
Man, the weather is nice here in Dallas, Texas. Let me tell you, I don't know what to do. It's just so nice today. It feels good, but who's missing?
We are missing Rock, the Prez, but it's all good. We got all bases covered. Rock will return, and that snicker means D-Ray has an excuse for why he's gone, but wrong show. You have to wait till either tomorrow or Monday to hear that excuse.
I ain't like him anyway. I'm glad he gone.
Oh, wow. Anyway, what's going on with you, D-Ray?
Hey, man, staying busy. You know, I'm a little bit off balance. You know, I'm used to being in the comment section on Wednesday night. So, you know, this is like being called up from the minors. It's like, all right,
right.
It's time to dance. Let's dance.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, you know, just real quick, we're going to run through some of the shows that we got going on. And I need to add a new one, too.
Really?
I will talk about that. Yes. If you didn't check last night, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have A World of BS with my girl Bonnie. Let me tell you, that show has a lot of potential, a lot of laughs. I mean, D-Ray, you checked it out. What you think, my man?
Hey, it was like a cross between X-Files and Blast of Laughs. Like, seriously interesting but funny stuff. And Bonnie is a great host, and yeah, I think it's gonna do some stuff. So
I don't like what you just said, David.
What's that?
You asked D-Ray about the show and didn't ask me. I checked it out too.
I didn't see you. That's why
I didn't do it. I wasn't on live. I checked the replay out.
You were incognito. That's why I couldn't find you.
Hey! You still had to do the rest of your Blast community service.
I did.
Yeah. And another thing we got going on. This ain't the official logo, so just bear with us. We got the Blast Radio 247 that's coming real soon. As a matter of fact, we're launching April 1st. Okay, and hey, we are excited about this. And if you are an artist and you want to be heard, here's an opportunity to get your music put out there, that exposure for you, including stand-up comedians. You are an artist too. Go ahead and sign up to Blast. That's blastmusic247.com. Register as an artist. Of course, pick the genre that you're in and upload all your photos, your videos, your music, or in this case, your comedic soundtrack, whatever. And we'll go from there. I'm gonna tell you, you will automatically be added to the Blast Radio. Sorry, I'm getting rid of all these extra pop-ups I got. They're all in the way.
You wouldn't have that problem if you had a Mac, but that's another show.
Yeah, that's what they say. But anywho, Rep and Talk Ish is every Monday night at 7 p.m. All your boys are there, okay? It's a full squad of just craziness, chaos, and fun. So definitely check us out every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central. Oh, snap. We already know who that is. Oh, goodness. Anyway, speaking of that, on Thursdays, it's a blast to laughs with our comedian Big Los, and my man D-Ray is riding shotgun with him. They are there to bring the funny to your home, and it's every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Yes, indeed. I got it. So definitely check them out. Every Monday at 8:30, we got the Beatbox featuring DJ Gooch dropping down them tunes, giving those blast artists exposure. Definitely check that out. That is 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 Central on Mondays. All right, check them out. Oh, yeah, I know. Also, we got the Glass House Podcast. This right here is my pet cat. I love the Glass House Podcast. If you are a gamer, if you're into video games, you want to reminisce with your boys, please, and lady, because we do got a female gamer holding it down. Shout out to Dizzy. Please come check us out every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Glass House Podcast. I'm telling you guys will have a wonderful time.
We did have an Atari conversation. We had a conversation about Atari too.
Hey, we even did ColecoVision. Come on, bro.
All right, I'm in then.
Yeah, we don't discriminate. Ain't no gamer shame up in here.
That's right.
So one more time, we're gonna talk about Perfect Tunes vocal coach course to level up. Contact vocal coach D Bassett, and that's 769-487-7230, or keyboard player Gregory Herod, 214-881-3468. Small voices in a big, big world. All right, so definitely. Gooch, D-Ray, is there anything else that needs to be spoken before we go on this journey?
My God, this is almost like a lineup for ABC, for real.
You know?
I mean, what else is there to be said?
Oh, well, you'll see. What about you, Gooch?
Well, you
we ready to do this?
You had one you were going to introduce.
Oh, thank you, my brother. See, that's why I have backup. Tonight, we got our man Jacob Restituto from New York, Long Island, Strong Island, who will be coming shortly. But, you know, we got to do this trip every week. You ready for it, Gooch?
I'm ready. Blast off.
All right, let's do this. It's time for the hot trash of the week.
Hot trash.
Yes,
hot
indeed.
Trash.
Was I supposed to sing that?
Yeah, you missed out on that
well,
one.
that's all right. You get a pass this time.
Okay.
Next
all
time.
Right. I missed my
Now, it's all good. Now, DJ Gooch and I can understand this. This goes for the Cowboy fans. Oh, the pain. Hey, Stephen Jones is straight up Thanos. So Thanos is in right now.
Yep.
He lost Von Miller. He lost Randy Gregory. Come on, man. Anyway, we're not supposed to be sports, but I had to bring that off. I digress. Let's keep it moving. Listen, all of y'all think MJ is dead, right? MJ ain't dead. He just changed his profession. Yeah, I know it's a lot to absorb, but the king of pop, literally.
Hey, Gooch, what do you think about it?
Yep, Gooch is still processing. All right, let's try this. When it comes to you or your car, who do you love more? Let's see. There's no audio, so we can definitely talk this over.
Oh, okay. We can talk to this one.
This ain't looking good at all. Oh, Lord Jesus. No. Hey. Oh. Goodness. Oh. Dang. I'm sorry. That car is just going to have to get jacked up.
Yeah,
I'll make sure I take a picture of that truck. Facts. I'll take a picture of that truck. Yeah, man. Because I don't even know if he's going to get insurance on that because he did what he did. Facts.
Wrong show, but I get your point.
Man, that was crazy.
He just gonna have to hit that car.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Hey.
Did you notice it said Globetrotter on the front of it?
Exactly.
It was a Globetrotter.
It did?
Yeah, said Globetrotter.
Yeah, Globetrotter on front of it.
So I don't know.
Meadowlark Lemon about to pay out the wazoo.
Yeah,
I mean, for real. But what use is it getting paid if all your money got to go to your hospital bills?
You're right. All right. Let's see the struggles of a news reporter.
J-Lo's new song, Jenny from the Block, all about Lopez roots, about how she's still a neighborhood gal at heart. But folks from that street in New York, the Bronx section, sound more likely to give her a curb job than a blow job or a block party. The New York Post, we're sorry about that slip up there. I have no idea how that happened, but it won't happen again. And that's your news.
He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew what that was. That is what is known as a Freudian slip.
Big time.
What's up, Bobby?
Bobby Jimmy. My man, Bobby, what's happening? Blackjack in the building.
That's right.
All right. Hey. All right. So let's keep it going. This one says unwanted visitors, and bad enough in my memory, I don't remember. So let's see.
Hey there, brother. Do you have time to talk about Jesus Christ today? Oh, you're dead? Oh, okay. Well, you have yourself a blessed day.
Okay, you too.
You must.
He heard quick. It's a miracle.
I love it. I love it. That's dope.
Hilarious.
That's hilarious.
And last but not least, last but not least, it is very important that no matter what, you must inform people when they need to be informed.
Yo.
Hey, I got some news, bro. Katie is no longer my girlfriend.
Oh, thank God. I hated that bitch.
What the fuck, Jeff?
I was gonna say she's not my girlfriend, man. She's my fiance.
Hi, Katie. Congrats, guys.
Oh, snap, son.
Well, hey, look on the bright side. That's one less wedding you're going to have to attend.
Yeah.
There's one less chicken dinner you're going to have to eat. Because you ain't going nowhere near that reception.
My man killed that vibe fast.
Real quick.
God, dog. Oh, man.
Woo.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, we got our boy Jacob Restituto coming up shortly. However,
what you got?
I got some blast artists, new, I said music from our boy Elijah Rosario.
What?
It's called Don't Overthink It. Get ready to
out.
absorb this track. Let's do it.
Just for one night, don't wanna come off this high. All of these feels and vibes. Take a ride with me, let's slide. I can show you paradise. focus on the rhythm of your body. Dipping on head to toe, looking like a goddess. You hardly take risks, but you in need of excitement. Oh, you like this. Follow my lead into a night filled with enchantment. Live in the moment, don't you go searching for a tactic. Look in my eyes, I need you here, don't get distracted. Miss our chance of finding love that be tragic. Follow my lead into a night filled with enchantment. Live in the moment, don't you go searching for a tactic. Look in my eyes, I need you here, don't get distracted. Miss our chance of finding love that be tragic. Tonight is your chance, the sky is the limit. So don't you hold back, take me by surprise. Don't know where we'll end, but I hope it's your bed, so we can make love until the morning light. Eyes on you, focus on the rhythm of your body. Dipping on head to toe, looking like a goddess. You hardly take risks, but you in need of excitement. Oh, you like this. Follow my lead into a night filled with enchantment. Live in the moment, don't you go searching for a tactic. Look in my eyes, I need you here, don't get distracted. Miss our chance of finding love that be tragic. Follow my lead into a night filled with enchantment. Live in the moment, don't you go searching for a tactic. Look in my eyes, I need you here, don't get distracted. Miss our chance of finding love that be tragic.
Man, that's
Straight
all.
fire.
That's all kinds of dope.
I got
Straight
the
fire.
same robe.
No worries, Gooch. I already got that saved for you, bro. I put that to the side. I was
Oh,
like,
dear
ooh, that was
God.
hotness. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you our boy Jacob Restituto. See, I knew it. I was going to mess it up as soon as I said it. Restituto. There we go. Restituto.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody, give him some love. What up? Jacob, thank you. Thank you for popping by, man. We are excited to have you tonight. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Listen, my friend, could you do us a favor and tell us who is Jacob Restituto?
Absolutely. Jacob Restituto, speaking in the third person. Jacob Restituto is a musician from Northport, New York, born and raised on Long Island in New York. And started out about, probably at this point, I don't even remember at this point, 12 years ago in music. Dropped out of college about 8 years ago to do music full time.
My man.
Now officially a full-time musician, content creator, whatever you want to call it, but doing music full time. Grateful to do it.
Awesome. So D-Ray,
dope.
go ahead and give him a question, brother.
So my first question is, what is your software of choice as a producer? And
yeah, I love it. The nitty gritty, man.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah, okay. Super simple reason why. My favorite software of choice is Logic Pro X. Simple reason why is that's what I learned on, and I didn't feel like learning anything else.
Facts. Hey, I love it. Straight. Hey, straight to the point. Love it.
It's the truth, man. I spend so much time in it, and I mean, I know that Pro Tools is typically the industry standard at this point, but I just didn't want to learn it. Like I had 10 years in, and I was like, "There's no point in trying to learn something new."
Agreed. Indeed. Right. Hey, Gooch, go ahead and ask your question.
All right, Jacob. We understand that you're a producer. Do you have any other skills, like maybe singing?
Yeah, absolutely. I sing, I write, and I play the guitar and piano, and I produce on my own tracks.
Nice.
You're an artiste. You're an artiste, is what you say.
I am. You bet. Got like 120 songs out there at this point.
Oh wow! You're trying to be another Neil Diamond. That's what
exactly.
Did you say Neil Diamond?
I sure did, bro. I went back there. Only those that know.
Yeah.
Neil Diamond played not when it came to dropping tracks. That is facts.
That is true. That's no lie.
So Jacob,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. Jacob, do you have any other projects that you would like to do that you're not doing right now?
Oh, that is a great question, honestly. That's a great question. I like that a lot, actually. I'm going to steal that question for future
By all
interviews
means.
that I do, because that is a great question.
By all means.
I like that, because it not only does it, talk about the stuff that you're doing now, but it's like, it almost acts like, hey, what's your heart's desire kind of thing. Like, I like that. Yeah. I mean, one day in the future, I have some fun goals and stuff. And one day in the future, I would love to do my own sort of like Tonight Show kind of thing.
Nice.
Where it's like a daily talk show. It's like, but we have music, we have guests, we, be like the Jimmy Fallon kind of thing. I think that would be a really fun thing.
I could see you doing that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But that was like content that I'm not doing right now that I would love to do. I think that'd be really, it would take a lot of work and I need a team for sure. But I think that'd be really fun.
I hear you. Go ahead, D-Ray.
Yeah. So, Jacob, who are your influences? Like, who inspired you to become a producer?
Yeah. So it depends on when you ask me this question. I have a different answer. It's in the sense of like, I typically get stuck on an artist for like 6 months and I become like their biggest fan for 6 months. And then I move on to a new artist and they become my favorite artist for like 6 months. And I steal ideas and styles from each artist. So for example, like it could be, I'm on a huge Ed Sheeran kick for 6 months, or then I'm on like a John Mayer kick for 6 months. And then I'm on like a classic rock, Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin kick for 6 months. And then like, I'm just constantly like saying, oh, I really like that thing that Jimi Hendrix did, but I also like the way that Ed Sheeran wrote that, and I like the way the 1975 did that, and that's who Jacob Restituto ends up being. It's a culmination of all these musical experiences.
Awesome. Go ahead, Gooch.
Jacob, if you had to pick one of your many talents, which one would you say would be the most standout? Would it be producing, singing?
The most what out?
Stand out.
Stand out. That's a cool question, actually.
I couldn't let V get the best question.
I don't know.
Hey, I worked hard for my question, David.
I liked your question. They're both great questions. I don't know. I don't know. I think.
I see a short circuit.
Yeah, for real, man. That's a good question. I'm gonna throw a curveball in there.
All right.
And I'm gonna answer it with my people skills. I really like meeting people, and I think I do a good job at putting a friendly face on.
Most people don't really realize that is a producer's secret power. Being a people person, no matter what level you're on, you have to be able to communicate with the artists that you're working with. You have to be able to communicate with people in the industry. You have to be able to communicate with fans, and it's all different levels of communication. So, yeah,
agreed.
I feel you on that.
Even though I'm not a producer or anything of that matter, the funny thing of being the Veep, I've had to develop people skills. Not saying I didn't have it, but I had to, let's say, increase it even to be more approachable, to not seem I'm up here and everyone's down there, because that's not my demeanor at all. But the beauty of it is the beauty of it is that people are, I'm trying to let everyone feel approachable. Not only me approaching them, but them to be able to approach me, because what we have going on in Blast is, I know, way bigger than I could ever imagine, and we're seeing it unfold. We launched June of last year, and we've already started seeing people who are just coming out of the woodworks, all different types of walks of life, and I love it. It's beautiful. That's what I desire for, and this kind of goes into why I took such an attention to your song called Different. So we're gonna go ahead and play a song by my man Jacob. It's called Different.
All right. It's called what?
Different. Like you're different, Gooch.
Yeah. Oh yes, you are, sir.
but it's a wonderful song. Let's take it in, and we're gonna come back for more of Jacob Restituto.
Thank you.
different. That's never gonna change. I hope that you will love me if I always stay the same. I know that I'm not like everyone else. I know I'll probably never be. So it just hurts me when you're asking me to change. It's like throwing knives at me. You've been with me for so long, I thought you know that I'm not different at the core. But when you ask me to be different around your friends, man, do you like them more than me? I know that I'm different. That's never gonna change. I hope that you will love me if I always stay the same. If I always stay the same.
Yes, indeed.
I like that, DJ Gooch. Wait, what did yours say? What did yours say? Did it say anything?
It said, please pay this bill.
That's funny, man. That's
Hey,
clever.
I definitely was hearing the Ed Sheeran vibes, the John Mayer vibes. That was real dope, man. It was real dope.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
So Jacob, please tell us what was the inspiration behind Different?
Sure. The inspiration behind my song Different is the fact that when my wife and I started dating, I mean, this is a long time ago, it's simple. I was different. I was different than most of her friends. I didn't have a different job. I had a very different job. I had a very different career. I had very different goals and ambitions and very different, I acted different. And it took a while to kind of understand that. And now, I mean, obviously we've been together for a long time. That's not an issue anymore. But I think, it was just learning to navigate that and being different in so many ways. But I think that now her difference and my difference kind of benefit each other. That makes sense.
It does. And this song is so relevant for the climate that we experience now that this is trying to dictate people's views, and it shouldn't be that way. We should celebrate the difference, not fight the difference. And thank you for that song, because that song to me is beautiful and I love it, man.
Thank you.
I love how you got all different races and nationalities. That is beautiful to me. I love that stuff. So
let me tell a quick little story about that.
Please.
Those are some members of like this. I call them Team Tudo for my last name Restituto. They are subscribers to the YouTube channel.
Nice.
And it was really cool. Like when editing that music video, I would like almost started crying when I was seeing all the different people that submitted something. And just why they thought that they were different and why that was cool and okay and acceptable. And I thought that was just so cool, man.
Speaking of YouTube, I couldn't help but to notice that YouTube award right behind you. You want to
Yeah,
talk about that?
sure, absolutely.
That's kind of dope. Tell us
Thank you.
about that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a grind, man. I'll tell you that. Let me tell you that. It was years of posting every day, multiple times a day. And then finally saw some traction. I had posted every day consistently starting back in 2019. Even before 2019, I'd post sporadically every once in a while. But every day in 2019. And then in 2020, every single day, multiple times a day. And that's when in 2020, I started to really see some growth in my YouTube channel. Is when I went from like 2,000 subscribers to like 20,000 subscribers in 2020. And then in 2021, I went from like 20,000 to like 105,000.
Beautiful.
Do you think that had to do with the fact that, you know, the pandemic had a lot of people at home?
Absolutely. There was a huge factor.
Right.
I think that was a really benefiting factor. I think that also the fact that I didn't have to scramble to figure things out. I'm really grateful for the fact that I didn't have to go out and buy new equipment. I didn't have to figure. I had already been doing it for so long, so consistently. I just upped my volume essentially.
Right.
Love it.
You were already at home anyway, doing your own thing. So it's not like you had to build it to get going. So
yeah,
that's awesome. That is awesome. So good.
It's almost like that saying, if you build it, they will come. I had already started building it. Now, let me also say this. It took like 5 years to get like 1,000 subscribers. It's the snowball effect. It's this, it takes forever to get the small numbers. And then once you start to get the small numbers, they just exponentially grows.
Right.
Gotcha. We're pro for the organic. So we'll just
no doubt
keep chipping away and doing our part. So we're
video a day
with that.
or one video at a time. I mean,
Lord knows we ain't got nothing in the budget for nothing else.
Facts on that one. Go ahead, Gooch.
How did you get to be on Team Restituto?
Just being a supporter of me and the music.
Okay, so I'm on the team now, is what you're saying?
Absolutely, man.
All right, that's what I want to hear.
100%. Absolutely.
So let me ask you, Jacob, have you done any features or duets by any chance?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a bunch, actually. I really enjoy collaborating for multiple reasons. One, songwriting can be a little tedious for me, so sometimes it takes away the pressure. Be like, hey, you want to write this verse kind of thing?
Sure. Gotcha.
That,
okay.
But also the fact of it's really cool when you send a track where you have, say, like maybe I produced a song and wrote the chorus, and I send them the track, and they come up with a storyline that is totally unique to them, that I would have never thought of on my own because it's based on them and their experience. And because it's my song and our collaboration, her lyrics or his lyrics become my lyrics.
Right.
And it's almost like I wrote this song in a way that like I would have never written it, if that makes sense. Because you take ownership because it's your song, right? So like, but it's like your song in a perspective that you would have never thought of on your own. And it's a really fun way to do songs, I think.
That is awesome. Go ahead, D-Ray.
I didn't have my hand up. Gooch did.
Oh, you want to go ahead, Gooch?
I did want to go ahead, but since you called D-Ray.
My bad. It was over his head, literally.
No, I do have a question, but I'm gonna go ahead and let Gooch go.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I just want to let you know the people out there, you know, in YouTube land and Twitch and all the other formats we have, feel free to ask the question. Jacob would love some questions. So it's not just us asking questions. It's you guys too. It's interactive.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, D-Ray.
Thank you about that, Gooch. All right, D-Ray.
No doubt. So I'm about to throw a curveball at you.
Please.
Since you're a Jets fan. What is your opinion on awards? Okay. What is your opinion on artists seeking validation through recognition? Can you expound on that? And where do you seek validation as an artist and as a producer?
Yeah. Well, I think there's two answers to that question. I think the answer is the way I think I would hope I answer that question, and the way I probably would realistically, honestly answer that question.
Hey, facts. That's honest. I like that. That's honest.
The honest answer is I don't think any validation should be sought after. I think you should just do it because you enjoy doing it and because you want to do it, and it's the stuff that you want to put out. That's the answer that I think every artist should strive for, including myself. But we're human, and of course we seek people's approval, and hopefully less and less as we grow more mature. And it's impossible as somebody that starts as your platform starts to grow, it becomes you realize more and more how much less approval you should really be seeking, because you either live by the I heard a great quote that goes, if you live by their applause, you'll die by their criticism.
Wow.
I love
so you
that.
have to tune everything out. You can't listen to the applause. If somebody says, Jacob, you're my favorite musician, I appreciate that, but I don't listen to that as much as I don't listen to the people saying you're the worst musician in the world. I try to tune both out, because you can't listen to one without listening to the other. So I'd rather just not listen to either.
Facts.
See, Veep, there's don't be a rap career yet.
Exactly.
Man, I done hung that up 20 years ago, so we good.
But as for the awards, I mean, of course, like, whether they're the scammies or not, I still want to win a Grammy. Whether they're like,
brother, I'm right there with you. I really am. Yeah, it's a Grammy.
That's exactly. Even if they are, a scam or whatever the case, whatever people say, like, of course, who wouldn't want to win a Grammy?
The fact that you're producer of the year.
And, it's insane.
And from now on, they have to say Grammy Award.
Yeah, it's like being knighted.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
being Sir Elton John. Wow, I never realized that. Yes,
absolutely, it is like being knighted. You're right.
Ooh, that's a really interesting perk that I never realized comes along with that.
Mm-hmm. That's fact.
Wow.
And then it's all the Grammy parties, but that's another that's another podcast after dark.
Oh wow. All right, so Jacob, we're gonna play another Blast artist. So you just sit back. We'll bring you right back in.
Sounds good.
Everyone, this is my man Malachi, LA, and this is actually a new one I never heard, and it's called Lauren Hillen. Lord, what is it? Lord help me healing. You'll see it. He'll sing it in the hook. Hey, I just got it today. Anyway, check it out.
Of course I gotta sing, my mind is sorted after all. A fortress in my mind and it's a fortress in my thoughts. I found a place where I could sing without a label on my thoughts. Sand in my shoes from the places that I walk. I found a war in my mind and I'm pouring out my thoughts. I'm living dangerous, I hate there's no one I can call. A war inside my mind and a war inside my thoughts. I'm living dangerous. It's so incredible living all by my lonely. Every now and then I need you here to hold me. Where the lighter, where the drink, where the weed, where the hoes, where to go with my dreams. The funerals as usual was usual to see. Reminds me of them days when we would struggle just to eat. I miss my brothers, we apart, but that don't mean we shouldn't speak. It's a problem growing and I don't show it. It's been a flower growing inside my pain. Darkness, please don't faze me. I've been Lauren Hill and drunk and faded. I've been thinking thoughts, I still feel jaded. It's a war invading, God I made it. It's been hard to hate me, hard to faze me. I've been drunk and faded, Lauren Hill, and I've been writing, rapping, Lord I'm healing. It's been hard to love me, hard to judge me. It's been hard to reach me, hard to see me. I've been Lauren Hill and Lord I'm healing. I've been holding on, fucked up living. It's been hard to love me, hard to reach me. It's been hard to judge me, hard to see me. I've been holding on to fucked up living. I've been Lauren healing, Lord I'm healing. I've been Lauren healing, Lord I'm healing. I've been Lord I'm healing. Got my flaws fixed up, my aura got a bling, got a war I done fixed up. It's getting hard to think, paranoia, man, it's getting hard to see. I got my wall built up, they trying to make me bleed. Oh, well, I'll take me far up, I'm high enough to sing. I pray that we can talk, but man, you never say a thing. I guess that who created me is who I'm made to be. So ain't no point of asking if I ain't gonna make it happen. Got my flaws fixed up, my aura got a bling, and I got my flaws fixed up, my aura got a bling, and I wanna talk, but man, you never say a thing. It's so incredible living all by my lonely. Every now and then I need you here to hold me. What a lighter, what a drink, what a weed. What a hoes, what a go with my dreams. Of course I gotta sing, my mind is sorted after all. A fortress in my mind and it's a fortress in my thoughts. I found a place where I could sing without a label on my thoughts. Sand in my shoes from the places that I walk. I found a war in my mind and I'm pouring out my thoughts. I'm living dangerous, I hate there's no one I can call. War in my mind, it's a war in my heart. I'm living dangerous. The funerals as usual was usual to see. Reminds me of the days when we would struggle just to eat. I miss my brothers, we apart, but that don't mean we shouldn't speak. And it's a problem growing and I don't show it. It's been a flower growing inside my pain. Darkness, man, please don't faze me. I've been Lauryn Hill and drunk and faded. I've been thinking thoughts, I still feel jaded. It's a war invading, God I made it. It's been hard to hate me, hard to faze me. I've been drunk and faded, Lauryn Hill, and I've been writing, rapping, Lord I'm healing. It's been hard to love me, hard to judge me. It's been hard to reach me, hard to see me. I've been Lauryn Hill and Lord I'm healing. I've been holding on to fucked up living. It's been hard to love me, hard to reach me. My aura got a bleed.
This is a certified hood classic.
Indeed. And Malachi LA is bringing Vegas on the map. Yes, indeed. Mad love for Malachi.
That song definitely has a vibe for real. So
yeah, Malachi got his own flavor, and I love that. He doesn't try to be anybody but himself. So
right, facts.
All right, so Mr. Jacob, I am going to give you a cue from Mr. Elliott. What is the most useless talent you have?
I'm double jointed in my thumb. Can you see this? Hold on, let me see if it'll float. There we go.
Oh, snap.
That pops out.
Wow.
Yikes.
I can do that thing. Well,
it's
crazy. What you got, D-Ray?
I got nothing. I got to readjust. I got to reset because that was disturbing.
Go ahead. Hey, Gooch. Go ahead, my brother.
What's the question?
The question is you to ask a question.
Hey, the Twinkies have taken off.
Yes, indeed. He's eating M&M's. Okay.
So let me ask. I have a question for DJ Gooch, actually.
Oh, yeah.
On stage, you were talking about the fact that you apparently have some unique eating habits. I would love to hear about these.
Well, I have a small sweet tooth. And,
small?
About as small as the state of Texas.
Right. Good. And, tell the truth. You got more than them M&M's by you. Go on and show them.
I just got a little food here. I'm usually eating during the podcast, and I'm still growing.
Yeah, wide.
Yeah, wide.
Wow.
I just eat a lot during the broadcast. So I'm always snacking.
That's fine.
That business high, I guess. I don't know.
So
definitely
Jacob,
a snacker.
right. So while the track was playing, of course, I was looking at your YouTube channel. And I didn't get a chance to look at a couple of the videos, but I did see that you had a couple of songwriting session videos. So my question to you as a producer, are you beat first, melody first, or lyrics first?
Depends. Melody is almost always, I feel like to some degree, not lately, but often last. For me, actually. So it depends on how I'm writing. If I'm like, lately, the way it's been is I'll be in my studio and I'll find something that inspires me. Like I really like sampling music. So I really like, finding a sample like a piano loop or something like that, and then chopping it up and making it my own, and building from there. And then I will see, okay, well, what do I want to sing about? What do I want to write about? What do I want to, do? And then from that is where I kind of perfect the melody to what I think would sound good.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay. So can you give us an example of either a show or a concert where everything went absolutely wrong?
For myself playing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. The first one comes to my mind is when I was, I could name so many. And that's that. I got a couple. I'll tell a new one, actually, because the one I tell all the time, I'll tell it to you guys, but I'll tell it too. The one I tell all the time is the time where I was playing at a restaurant. It was so empty that the bartender actually went into the back and I was playing to an empty room.
Wow.
That's the one I tell pretty often. One I haven't told, is that just a typical, early off in the musician's career, like you get feedback coming through. I used to use a loop pedal all the time. So the way a loop pedal works is you play something in, it records what you're playing, and then it loops it over and over again. You can build on top of that. The problem is if you loop in and you start to get feedback, now you looped in that feedback. So now you're on stage, people are watching, you have a looped feedback thing going. It's like, what do you just stop? Do you pretend it's not happening? What do you do? Or the countless times I've forgotten lyrics, or all countless things, man.
Human nature.
Things stop working. Yeah, absolutely. It's just, you know what though? For anybody that is watching and is a musician, and I think that starting out musician, the biggest difference between an amateur musician and a professional musician is not the fact that those things don't happen, because they still happen to both. It's the fact that the professional musician doesn't acknowledge typically that they happen. Facts. Right. And usually the beginner musician will get all awkward and get really uncomfortable and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe that happened. Blah, blah, blah. And that makes the audience really uncomfortable. But if you just pretend nothing happened, or, you just move it on kind of thing, or you just say, I'm going to start the song over again and not get awkward, the audience is probably not even going to notice anything happened. If they did notice, they'll be eased by your comfort kind of thing.
To piggyback on that, that's what I was kind of alluding to when we were talking before the show, and I had revealed my Fruity Loops bias, is that as a professional producer, learning signal flow helps you solve problems. Problems are going to happen no matter what. Exactly. And so instead of just doing one program and having the program do it for you, you need to really learn the process, because one day is, your sins will be found out, and you don't want to be behind that.
For sure.
So Miss Lena says, as a producer, are you frustrated that technology makes it easier for folks with no musical repertoire now? Or do you feel that it's enough room for anybody with an iPod? Example, if you can do it.
Yeah.
If you can do it, yeah.
It's a double-edged sword, this social media and technology. And I know she wasn't talking social media, but I think the aspect of how everybody can be an artist. I think that there's pros and cons to both. And the pro is that everybody can be an artist. The con is that everybody can be an artist. And in the sense, when my father-in-law was growing up, it cost $15,000 to make a record. And unless you were signed to a label, and that wasn't that long ago. That was in the 70s and 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, before it became mass popular. Unless you were signed to a label or had rich parents, you weren't recording in a what's it called, a record. And now with how accessible it is, I think it's really cool that we have the opportunity. And I'm grateful that I have the opportunity. Then it's like I can't be pissed off at the feed the hand that's feeding me, because I'm benefiting from that hand. I wouldn't, dude. The reason I know how to produce is because I couldn't afford to hire somebody to produce for me. So I taught myself how to mix and produce and do all this stuff. So like, if that wasn't an option, if I couldn't do it myself, I wouldn't be doing it, because I wouldn't have had the money.
Right. Indeed. Hey Gooch, what you got, my brother?
Man, I was just taking in on that thumb thing there.
I was trying to get it out of my mind, and you brought it back up.
I know, man. I like to ask D-Red question.
Yeah, man.
Since you were on YouTube checking things out, is there anything else that you might have seen on? Hey, Don, anything else you might have seen on YouTube?
Sub Diggity.
Caught your eye?
On what? On his channel?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta check out a few things. He got accidentally put on Adele's channel. What happened with that?
So yeah, we could talk about that for sure. I'm curious. So this is for my own curiosity. What do you look like? What are you looking at? I'm curious. Like when somebody YouTubes my name, what did you do? I want to see what it looks like from an outsider's perspective. What did you just type in Jacob Restituto or what?
Yeah, I put in your name, and you probably can't see because my kids mess up my camera.
It's all good.
I put in your name, and I'm right here at your site, and with your
So did you
banner.
click on the name, or did you just start scrolling once you typed in the name?
No, I clicked on the name, and I went to your actual channel with all your videos listed and everything.
Sure, I'm just super curious how, from an end user perspective, what you looked for.
Right, and you have a
because
lot
that
of
Adele thing is old, so I'm curious that came. I'm surprised that came up.
Oh no, I
old
went
isn't like-
searching for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went searching for it.
Yeah, that was a couple months ago. Yeah, so part of at this time, I'm slowly transitioning out of or phasing out of doing like music breakdowns, but I do a lot of music breakdowns, or I did in the past do a lot of music breakdowns on my channel. And they're titled reaction videos because that's what the genre is called. But that to me, that name is so cringy and stuff. I personally think it's so cringy because to me it's not a reaction, because what a reaction is like is just somebody saying, "Oh wow, this is really cool." But me, I'm like, "Oh, this is really cool. He's using an 808 bass." What an 808 bass is it comes from the Roland TR 808 back in the 80s when he was a drum machine. And I explained the whole situation kind of thing and how they're producing, how they're making the song. Oh, do you hear the layered vocals? The reason you layered vocals is to emphasize a certain section in the track, or just break down the music from my years of experience as a producer. So I ended up breaking down one of the Adele songs, and somehow, you know how like every artist has their artist playlist for the albums. On her 30 album, it would be like her number 1 song, 2 song, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 was my breakdown of her song, and then back to the album 7, 8, 9, 10. So I just randomly started getting all these views because people were trying to listen to the album straight through on her channel. It was on Adele's channel, and people were listening to the album. And when you got to the 5th song, it was my video, and it was me talking about the song. I don't know how that happened, but it happened once again with Juice WRLD as well.
I'll take that free traffic.
Hey,
I ain't complaining about that.
Yeah, I'll take that for real.
No doubt.
You know what? Somebody high up in either Adele's camp or YouTube's camp knows my name now. So,
hey, nothing wrong with that. And at the same time,
who is this fellow, Jacob?
Exactly.
So, here we're going to take this time of the segment where we ask kind of either practical, kind of silly questions.
Sure.
And we have a big debate throughout all of our Blast family, which is, this is one of them. When it comes to chili, is it with beans or without?
100% with. I love chili, actually.
My man.
Jacob. My man.
I love chili.
You out of here, Gooch?
I'm with
oh, you're a beaner. All right. We're the whole bean crew. Yeah.
Right.
Mr. Rock feels that chili and beans do not mix, and I'm like, how do you have chili without beans? That is so backwards to me.
That's sauce.
Anyway.
I love chili. That's sauce. Exactly.
Exactly. It's just sauce.
I don't like
do you know anything about grits?
I'm familiar with them. I've had it a bunch of times.
Do you eat grits?
Not frequently, because it's not like a typical northern thing, but when I'm in the
Correct.
South, for sure.
Okay. So when you eat grits, do you use sugar or salt? Like salt and pepper, butter?
That's a good question. It depends on what it's paired with. Is it paired as a breakfast item, or am I having shrinking grits?
See,
Facts.
see. Okay.
Well, normally with breakfast, at least with me, I'll say, no matter how I have my grits, it's going to be salt, pepper, and butter, or I'll even do cheese.
Butter and grits is phenomenal. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And cheese on grits as well. But butter and grits is like next level. See, I try to eat very healthy, so I would not typically put butter on it myself. But I'm very happy when the restaurant decides to put it on. I'm like, I guess it's in there. I'm not gonna exactly. Oops. Exactly. How did that get in there?
So you don't normally eat it per se on a salty side rather than a sweet side with like sugar.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Because it's not cream of wheat, but you know,
I don't know if I've ever had cream of wheat though.
Really? Okay. So Gooch, are you're a sugar grits guy?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I like M&M's my sugar.
He puts M&M's in his grits.
Okay. I know I'm forgetting another one.
Question for you guys. Veep and Gooch, you guys are from Texas, right? No, Veep, you're in Florida, right?
I'm in Florida, but I'm actually from Dallas.
Okay,
but I live in Florida now. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
And
Gooch, you're in
Gooch is
Texas?
I'm here.
And so is Rock.
What about you?
I'm in North Carolina.
Very cool.
And that's the beauty of it. We have people everywhere. We got people in Vegas. We got oh man, we got Atlanta. We got Arizona. We got people everywhere, and that's
Buffalo.
That's another main reason.
Wow.
Buffalo. Who's in Buffalo?
No. Where's Glass from?
Oh, you're right. He's upstate New York. I don't know exactly, but he's in New York. One of our co-hosts is in upstate New York also.
Very cool.
So that's the beauty of our collaborators, so that when we want to get exposure elsewhere, they could be in a different region. You know what I'm saying? And
sure,
do an interview just like we are you, and go from there. So that's the beauty of it. D-Ray, I know I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting, Gooch?
If I don't know, but I got a quick question for Jacob. How do you, as an artist, recharge? Where do you go to recharge your batteries? What do you do to kind of reset your mind and clear your mind? Where do you go? What do you do?
It depends. A couple different answers for that as well. I like that. You eat grits like Goldilocks.
She's tripping.
That's
funny.
Funny.
It's porridge. It's not grits. It's porridge.
Yeah, exactly. Man, you guys are making me hungry, man. I'm hungry.
Not me.
No, it sounds good. I'm going to have a snack after this. I'm a sanguine. Like, I like hanging out with people. Like, I'm an extrovert and stuff. I very much like hanging out with friends, going over a friend's house, going out to a restaurant. Or that's probably what recharges me the most. For leisure time, I also, I'm a big Netflix fan. I love watching TV. But like when I'm like stressed and want to get out of the office kind of thing, I very much enjoy just hanging out with friends.
I guess Tan is against it.
Yeah.
It's all good, Tan. I need I need that diabetes picture you have, D-Ray. Having that sugar on the grits.
No, that's exactly.
Diabetes. Anyway, shoot. Well, I mean, Jacob, we are so grateful that you came by and hung out with us, man.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Fun. You are welcome anytime to come hang out with us. We do have other podcasts. Are you a gamer by any chance?
Not particularly.
Okay.
He's a Jets fan, so you might as well come on and invite him to Rats so he can get abused for an hour.
Yeah, that's where we
get
sling
enough abuse in general.
We sling the mud in Rats. So that's repping your team and talking that trash. So that's Rats.
Right.
But again, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Please stick around so that I can make sure I get all your credentials and all that good stuff to get you today's show. Gooch, what do you got to say as we go out, my brother?
Oh man, want to say wherever the rock is, holla at you, man. Stay true, stay good. We appreciate you, Jacob, coming through. I'm glad to be part of the team now. And
Yes, sir.
make sure you guys
Glad to have you.
check us out, man. Y'all check us out. We got a lot of things going. Blast is lifting off, and you don't want to miss your seat. Get on.
Indeed.
I like that.
What do you got to say, D-Ray?
Hey man, I'm glad to be here on a Wednesday night. Looking forward to being back in the comment section next week. But I really want to just reiterate the message that Jacob gave with his song, embracing each other's differences. And it's high time with everything that's going on in the world right now. That's something that's very, very well needed. So thank you, Jacob, for giving us a new theme song.
Thank you.
And,
Indeed,
some marching orders. Thank you for that.
Amen to that.
Yes, indeed. Anything you would like to say, Jacob, before we head out?
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It was a pleasure to meet you guys all officially. So thank you so much. I know that next time I'm down south, I got to try some grits with sugar, though.
Do not
do that to
don't do that to yourself.
To the dark side.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't you believe it?
Oh, Baby Jammer. Make sure you check out my boy Baby Jammer later on.
Indeed, Baby Jammer, look him up. All right, so again, everybody, thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for participating, joining in, and asking questions. Thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe our YouTube channel. Check us out every week. We got plenty of shows, so that's youtube.com/blastmusic247. You can check it there. Sign up. As you know, it's for free. And as for now, as I always like to say, no matter where you go, no matter where you at, always remember to keep it on blast. So we appreciate you guys. Be safe and have a good night. See ya.
Peace.
Tired of hearing trash? Put that ish on blast. You got what it takes? Put that ish on blast. It's fame on the way? Put that ish on blast. Make that change today? Put that ish on blast. Tired of hearing trash? Put that ish on blast. You got what it takes? Put that ish on blast. Fame on the way? Put that ish on blast. Make that change today? Put that ish on blast. 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 Blast.